Friends, the story begins by showing a space company named Genesis that sends 6 astronauts to Mars with the mission to establish a colony for humans. These 6 astronauts embark on their journey to Mars, which takes about 2 months. One day, Sarah, the team leader, discovers that she is pregnant and informs her senior on Earth. This news worries everyone, but their journey to Mars continues, and after some time, they arrive on Mars. By then, Sarah's delivery time arrives and she gives birth to a son. However, due to the low gravity, her health suddenly deteriorates and she dies. Afterwards, Shepard examines the baby's medical reports and informs all the seniors that the gravity on Mars is very different from Earth's. Because of this, the baby's heart and bones are quite different. To keep the baby alive, he must stay on Mars as he cannot survive under Earth's gravity. Shepard also forbids anyone from telling others about the baby. Time passes and the baby named Gardner turns 16. Gardner has only seen 14 people in his entire life. He is very intelligent but knows little about his mother or father. He lives in a research camp on Mars with the astronauts. There he notices a locker with his mother's name on it. When Gardner hacks open the locker, he finds a pen drive and a ring. He wears the ring and watches the video on the pen drive, where he sees his mother enjoying time with a man. He thinks this man might be his father. Gardner takes a screenshot from the video, prints a photo, and keeps it with him. Next, we see Gardner chatting with a girl named Tulsa on Earth. Tulsa tells Gardner she wants to live life on her own terms and travel to many places. Gardner replies that he wishes he could say the same. Tulsa asks who stops him, and Gardner explains that he has a disease called osteogenesis imperfecta, meaning his bones are very fragile, so he cannot leave the house. He also tells Tulsa that he doesn't live in a regular house, but in a penthouse on Park Avenue, which Tulsa finds hard to believe. Then we see Gardner driving a vehicle very fast on Mars, causing him to fall and his oxygen pipe to detach. As he is about to suffocate, Kendra, who treats Gardner like her own son, arrives and helps him. She warns him not to make such a mistake again, saying she loves him and doesn't want to lose him. Gardner becomes emotional. At that moment, Kendra notices a photo on the desk and realizes Gardner wants to know about his past. She calls her senior Shepard, asking permission to take Gardner to Earth, but Shepard refuses, saying it's impossible. He insists Gardner needs surgery to survive on Earth. Kendra persuades him, and Gardner undergoes surgery to improve his physical fitness. 2 months pass during this treatment. One night, Gardner video calls Tulsa and tells her he is coming to meet her soon. Gardner begins his journey to Earth with Kendra accompanying him. Upon landing, Gardner undergoes various tests to check if he can survive on Earth. However, he fails these tests, meaning he is not fit to stay here, and preparations begin to send him back to Mars. When Gardner learns about this, he quietly runs away. For the first time, he walks outside under the open sky without an oxygen mask and feels very happy. It starts raining, and Gardner enjoys the rain for the first time. Meanwhile, Kendra is very worried about Gardner. She recalls that Gardner talks to a girl named Tulsa and sets out with Shepard to find him. On the other side, Gardner reaches Tulsa's college to meet her. He calls her name and at first, she doesn't recognize him. When Gardner tells her his name, Tulsa slaps him hard and asks where he has been for 7 months. Then, they hug each other. Gardner accompanies Tulsa to her classroom where he keeps looking at her. During class, the teacher asks who invented the light bulb and telephone. Tulsa names Edison, but Gardner adds that Edison invented direct current and Nikola Tesla invented alternating current. The students applaud Gardner, making him very happy. After class, Tulsa asks Gardner where he came from. Gardner says Mars. Tulsa laughs and doesn't believe him. Gardner then tells her that his mother died when he was born and that he has come here to find his father. He also says he is new and doesn't know anyone here. He shows Tulsa a photo of his father, and Tulsa agrees to help him find him. They set out together but stop at Tulsa's house to get some money. At that moment, Kendra and Shepard arrive. Kendra tells Gardner to come back because his health could worsen, but Gardner refuses and says he is going to find his father. He runs away, with Kendra and Shepard chasing him. Tulsa arrives with a helicopter to take Gardner away, but she isn't skilled at flying. The helicopter runs out of fuel and starts to wobble, heading toward a nearby warehouse. Before crashing, both jump out and the helicopter crashes and explodes loudly. Kendra and Shepard, witnessing the blast, panic, fearing Gardner died. When they reach the site, they find Gardner had jumped out earlier and fled. Gardner and Tulsa rent a car and continue their journey. On the way, Gardner sees a horse and gets very scared. Tulsa finds this odd, but still doesn't fully believe Gardner came from Mars. Gardner has a photo of his father, but no address. He also shows Tulsa a ring that belonged to his mother. Tulsa searches the ring's details on Google. Meanwhile, Kendra receives a call from a doctor informing her that Gardner's blood report is poor and that his heart cannot tolerate Earth's atmosphere. He needs to be sent back to Mars immediately, or he could die. Kendra becomes very worried and sets out with Shepard to find Gardner. Tulsa and Gardner are seen happily shopping at a market, buying clothes and camping gear. They find the person who designed Gardner's mother's ring, who gives them a bill with an address on it. They decide to go there, but on the way, Gardner's condition worsens, and he starts bleeding from his nose and faints. Tulsa quickly takes him to a hospital, where doctors are surprised by his large heart and unusual bones compared to a normal person. Tulsa realizes that everything Gardner told her is true. Gardner regains consciousness and tells Tulsa they should leave immediately. They escape quietly and reach the address given by the ring designer. Inside the house, Gardner finds the man from the photo and is very happy, believing he is his father. He shows the photo and tells him that Sarah was his mother and died giving birth to him. The man says Sarah's death was accidental. Gardner denies this and insists he is his son. The man angrily calls the police, but Tulsa stops him, saying Gardner doesn't know anyone here and has come all this way just to meet him. The man reveals that Sarah was his sister, which shocks Tulsa. When she looks back, Gardner is nowhere to be seen. She rushes to the beach and tells Gardner that the man is not his father, but his uncle. Gardner says he can feel his mother because this is the same place she was in the video, and he wants to die here. He walks into the sea, but Shepard and Kendra arrive just in time to save him. Shepard cries upon seeing Gardner's condition. Gardner asks Shepard what his mother was like, and Shepard says she was very fair and kind. Gardner realizes and asks Shepard if he is his father. Shepard confirms yes. An ambulance arrives to take Gardner to the airport, where a special plane awaits. Gardner is placed on the plane to be flown away from Earth's gravity. As the farther he is from gravity, the faster he will recover. However, Gardner's condition still remains critical. Seeing this, the chef becomes very worried, so he takes control of the plane from the pilot and flies it straight up at full speed. When the plane escapes gravity, everyone starts floating in the air, and after that, the Gardner's health completely recovers. After some time, they return to Earth and begin preparing to send the Gardner to Mars. Although Tulsa is very sad about him leaving, she does not stop the Gardner from going. Then the Gardner reaches Mars, and upon arrival, Tulsa and the Gardner start talking just like before, and the movie ends there. So friends, how did you like this movie? Be sure to tell us in the comments. Like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel with the bell icon pressed so you don't miss any upcoming videos. See you in the next video.